go around.
Thank you. All right. You all may be seated. All right, students, thank you for your students.
Trooper Jason Henson.
information. I don't know if the state intends to introduce any statements or anything else incriminating in regard to the defense, just the ability in this case. So I have some real concerns about the state calling this witness out of order, and I wanted to try to do that as a sidebar, and it's very difficult. So, I need to make a decision on that, because I don't want to have this witness come forward and the state does not put forth all of the credible proof that should have preceded his testimony.
And the reason why we were calling this witness out of order is because of him not residing in the state. However, if the court will allow me a chance to, we may be able to call another witness to address the court's concerns and then proceed with Trooper Henson, or just seeking him to see if he's available throughout the rest of the day.
Yes, because right now I don't have, there's no evidence right now that supports who committed the offense based on the testimony that's been gleaned. And before I would allow a witness of sort of he is, because he received information, what you mentioned at the sidebar, he received the bolo, some other tips and other identifying information, and none of that has been introduced at this point. And I'm just concerned that placing him out of order may cause the jurors to predetermine guilt unnecessarily just because of the basis of his testimony. So do you have someone else who can provide some other evidence in regard to a suspect prior to this defendant doing his testimony?
We do, Your Honor. However, this witness may be rather lengthy.
That's fine. I'll give you about 4 to 5 minutes to make those arrangements, but I do not consider the gravity of the offense going to call someone out of order and not knowing what they're going to be testifying to, especially since he's going to testify about, as you indicated, a vehicle with some other information, and nothing has been laid as predicate for any of that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so we'll take about a 5-minute recess. We can do that, and we'll come back in 5 minutes exactly. Mr. Evans, please let the jury know that we'll be on 5-minute recess. We'll start over bring it back in. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Yes,
And to your knowledge, is that located within the first judicial district of Hinds County?
yes.
And when you arrived, did you know why you were responding to this location?
Yes, I received a phone call from dispatch in reference to a deceased subject at 120 Parkway Drive.
And when you arrived, do you recall what building number you went to?
Building 6,
And what floor?
the 3rd floor.
And I'm showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 5. Does this represent what you were walking into when you arrived on the crime scene?
Yes,
And I'm showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 6. Does this also reflect what you walked into when you arrived on the crime scene?
yes.
Once you arrived, what was the first thing that you saw?
When I arrived, I went upstairs on the 3rd floor, observed a black male that was laying face down in a pool of blood with several lacerations on his back.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 47. Is this what you just testified to?
Yes,
As well as exhibit number 8?
yes,
And you indicated the male had several lacerations on his back. I'm showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 12. Is this something that you observed on that day?
yes.
And what was the next thing that happened in your investigation?
Well, I also observed that he was completely nude. He didn't have on any clothes. I was advised by the officers that was on scene that another apartment, which was located across the hall, had been shot into, but nobody was injured at that location.
And I'm showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 23. Would this be the apartment that you're referencing?
Yes,
And that would have been apartment number I'm showing you, what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 14. And what apartment number is that?
6304.
And did you have a chance to make contact with the occupants of that apartment?
Yes.
Who did you come in contact when you opened the door?
Cody McGillen. I can't pronounce his last name, but first name Cody.
So Cody Milligan.
Yes, ma'am.
And why did you respond to Mr. Milligan's home?
To make sure nobody had been shot, to make sure the people inside the residence was okay, and also to attempt to see if anyone in the residence observed anything that happened outside that took place.
And had anyone inside of Mr. Milligan's home observed what took place?
No.
And had Mr. Milligan, I'm showing you what's been, had his home been shot into?
Yes.
And I'm showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 55. Would this represent the outside of Mr. Milligan's home?
Yes.
And number 56?
Yes.
And number 57, would this be the inside of Mr. Milligan's home?
Yes.
And number 58?
Yes.
Exhibit number 59?
Yes.
Exhibit number 60?
Yes.
And exhibit number 61?
Yes.
And after you observed Mr. Milligan's home and notated that he was safe, what did you do next?
I observed that the victim, who was identified as Carla Collins, he had a Ring doorbell on the outside of his home. I entered the apartment. There was blood all over the wall in the hallway area. I then entered the living room, see if there were any type of evidence we need to recover from the living room. That's where I discovered that the cell phone
of Marcus Johnson was there on the couch.
And Detective Guys, you mentioned, the victim, you were able to identify as Carlos Collins.
Yes,
And I'm showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 29. Is this Carlos Collins?
yes,
Then you mentioned, now Mr. Collins, his apartment was across the hall,
yes,
and that would have been apartment number 6303.
yes, 6303.
Now you mentioned a ring doorbell. Do you see that depicted in exhibit number 25?
Yes.
And if you could, please point to it.
What's gonna be on the left-hand side of the picture by the officer?
And that ring doorbell, would that have been collected by JPD evidence, correct?
Yes.
Now, Detective Guys, I'm handing you exhibit number 35. Can you please read that for me?
Ring camera, supposed to be 120 Parkway Drive. Date of recovery time, April the 9th, 2024, at 5:15 hours. Arrest unknown. The offensive homicide, the complainant is Carlos Collins, and it was recovered by Andrew Harris, the crime scene investigator.
And you would have been present with Investigator Harris when this was collected, correct?
Yes,
And you mentioned that you had a chance to observe the scene,
yes,
and I showed you those photos of the outside, and then you began to mention the inside. Now, exhibit number 27, is that what you notated as well?
yes,
Then after you entered the hallway, you said you saw some phones.
yes, in the living room.
I'm showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 31. Would this have been one of the phones you saw?
Yes,
And I'm also showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 32. Would this be a better picture of that phone?
well, they look about the same, so yes.
And at this time, did you know who the phone belonged to?
Not at that time.
Were you able to figure out who that phone belonged to at the time?
Yes, by speaking to multiple people that were standing outside the apartment complex.
And I'm showing you what's been marked and entered as exhibit number 33. Is there a phone in this photograph as well?
Yes,
And were you able to figure out who this phone belonged to?
yes.
And who did you determine this phone belonged to?
The victim, Carlos Collins.
And once you had both of those phones, what did you do with them?
Well, once I had both the phones, I was able to speak to Mr. Collins' sister, who provided me with the password for his cell phone, so we could attempt to get a code for the cell phone.
And permission to approach, Your Honor. You may.
Do you have an objection, reference to the phones, Your Honor?
Handed you some phones. Would this be the phones that we just saw the pictures of?
Yes,
And who were you able to determine the phone that was on the couch? Who did that belong to?
they belong to Marcus Johnson.
And the phone in the bedroom, who were you able to say was the owner of that phone?
The deceased Carlos Collins.
And this phone that you walked and swear that into evidence,
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, we would ask that these phones be marked in enter.
Any objection?
No objection other than the previous.
So noted, they may be marked minute.
Now, Detective Guys, you mentioned that you were able to speak with someone.
Yes.
And that individual, what information, did they provide you with?
Objection calls for this.
Sustained, rephrase.
And without saying what they specifically told you, did you learn any information, about what could have possibly happened at 6303?
Yes, based on my investigation, I learned that, the deceased Carlos Collins was in a romantic relationship with Marcus Johnson. They had several instances where they had fought one another. I guess you could say had several domestic incidents. And, I also learned through, my investigation that, Mr. Johnson had been allegedly banned from the premises.
And you mentioned a ring camera, that ring camera that we saw a photo of. Were you able to view any footage from that ring camera?
Yes, I was.
And when you viewed the footage from that ring camera, did that footage match up to what you saw when you arrived on the crime scene?
Yes.
And did the video appear to be any different, or did the crime scene appear to be any different from what you watched and to what you saw once you arrived?
No.
Now, Detective Guys, did you also have a chance to, you mentioned Marcus Johnson. At what point had Mr. Johnson become a suspect?
Once I spoke to several people that was out, standing in front of the complex that was, just giving me information. And we had a witness that was on scene that, had stated to us that she could hear.
And without saying what she said,
Okay, allow the court to rule before you go through the question. Objection, sustained, rephrase.
and without saying what these witnesses told you, at that point, had Mr. Johnson become a suspect?
Not until, I reviewed the surveillance of the Ring doorbell.
And once you reviewed the surveillance of the Ring doorbell, did Mr. Johnson become a suspect?
Yes.
And did you later speak with Mr. Johnson as well?
Yes.
And when you spoke with Mr. Johnson as well as the Ring doorbell footage, did you have a chance to place those items into evidence?
Yes.
And permission to approach the witness, Your Honor? And Detective Guys, I'm handing you a jump drive. Are you familiar with this?
Yes.
And would this contain the Ring doorbell footage as well as the statement of you speaking with the defendant?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, we would ask that this be marked and entered.
Any objection?
No objections if it's as represented.
Maybe so marked in minute.
And permission to publish to the jury, Your Honor?
Only as to the Ring doorbell footage.
Yes, Your Honor.
At this time, if there's any person, witness who is uncomfortable reviewing this, at this time, I ask you to please stay recorded.
detective guys, would this be the Ring doorbell footage that you collected?
Yes.
And who are the two individuals that we will see in the video?
Carlos Collins and Marcus Johnson.
Now, detective guys, in that video, you see another individual, you said Marcus Johnson,
Yes.
and what was he wearing in that photo?
Orange shorts and a multicolored shirt.
And that individual, did you say you had a chance to speak with him, is that correct?
Yes.
And when did you speak with him?
Once he was arrested in Louisiana, we detectives, we drove down there. Once I did a bench warrant affidavit for his arrest, we put the tag number in of the vehicle that he was driving, which was a black and color Honda Accord. We was able to put that on the tag readers as be on the lookout for this murder suspect that's armed and dangerous. The vehicle flagged on the tag readers in Louisiana, and he was arrested by Louisiana State Patrol. We went, where officers from Jackson Police Department went to Louisiana Richland Parish to extradite him back to Jackson.
And once he was brought back to Jackson, did you then have a chance to speak with him?
Yes.
And this was an official police interview, correct?
Yes.
And if you could, Mr. Johnson, was he given his Miranda rights?
Yes.
And tell the jury, what exactly is an interview? What is the purpose of an interview?
Please go to exhibit swing. Thank you. You see.
The purpose of an interview is to gather the facts of the case, to try to see what information we can get from an individual, especially an individual that's been accused of a murder crime. Try to gather all the facts and as much information as possible to try to see would they be withholding any type of information, would they be telling us the truth. It's a casual setting.
And when you speak with these individuals, do you use any type of interview techniques to gain information from them?
Yes.
And what are some of those techniques?
Well, when you ask them questions, you kind of start off asking them questions that they would already know, like their birthday, or if they have a Facebook page, to see if they, would be truthful and forthcoming, because of course that's information that we have already gathered at that point in time. And then once they give this statement, we try to give it back to them as they gave it to us, but try to read in between the things that they say, or let us know what they're saying. So I guess you could say it's kind of like we feed off who we're interviewing. One detective would be the good cop, bad cop type of scenario. So that's typically how we interview.
And during these interviews, you're trying to elicit responses from individuals, correct?
Yes.
And so you said a good cop and a bad cop.
Yes.
And did you have a chance to kind of reiterate that same good cop, bad cop scenario with Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
And did you or any other person read him his Miranda warnings?
Yes.
And did he voluntarily waive those warnings?
Yes.
And when someone waives those warnings, do you have them sign some type of document?
Yes, we let them sign a Miranda form.
And did Mr. Johnson do that in this case?
He did.
Permission to approach, Your Honor.
You may.
And Detective Geis, I'm handing you a document. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And what is this of?
This is the Miranda form that we typically use when we're interviewing.
And is this the Miranda form of Marcus Johnson,
Yes.
where he voluntarily elected to give a statement?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, we would ask that the Miranda form be marked and entered into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Maybe so marked and read.
And you spoke with Mr. Johnson, correct?
Yes.
Approximately how long did you speak with him?
About almost 2 hours.
And that was recorded as well?
Yes.
And would that be on that same jump drive that I handed you earlier?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, we'll ask for permission to publish to the jury the recorded statement.
You may. Oh, any objection?
Your Honor, renew the pretrial objection that we had towards the portions of this evidence.
So noted. Oh, thank you.
And Your Honor, there's about 2 minutes before they enter into the room. We will ask for permission to fast forward to that.
Any objection?
No objection to that.
Just a moment. You all here? The jury cannot hear.
social. Date of birth. You got a Facebook or Instagram? What's your Facebook name? Instagram? Okay. That's the only number you got? You sure about that? Alright. Before we start talking, we're gonna read your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer. You have the present when you have any questions. If you're not afford to hire a lawyer, you won't be appointed to represent you before any questions you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise your right to answer questions and make a statement. You understand that? Are you gonna make a statement? Alright, I have read it to me. Well, the next part I'm reading is the waiver. I have read it to me, I have read the statement of my right to understand what my rights are. I'm willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want to lawyer this time. I understand no influence or promises of threats ever made to me, no pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me. They simply mean you not bribe you to make a statement. You make a statement is your own free will, okay? Alright, what I need you to do, I need you to issue 1 through 5, and I need you to sign by the X of today's date. Today's date is April 11, 2024. April 11, 2024. Alright, you know why you're here, right? Okay, so tell us about what happened tonight. Huh? Okay, explain to us what happened. Okay. Do you know the first name?
Your Honor, it's difficult to hear, and it's only played through the speaker up there, it's not going to hear. Can we move this microphone to that player and see if it'll pick up louder?
Whatever you need to do to adjust the volume is fine.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's it.
that altercation?
We broke up over, so I pushed it out. That's all sometimes. But we still do it. So I always do it to that. So the altercation we do, we put our hand on, like, we put our hand on, we put our hand on.
Until Thursday, well, no, Tuesday morning.
Like, that's what,
Why would you say it's self-defense? Why did you say it's self-defense?
like I said, and like I said, like I said, he gave me, I thought they were black cats, which I ain't had that else before, and I just, like I said, I don't do drugs. So, I think, okay,
Okay, here's the thing. Based on the video that I saw, you did what you were doing. I don't think it was self-defense. If it was self-defense, you would have shot him one time. You shot the guy multiple times. Multiple times in the head, you stood over him and shot him. Multiple times in the head, multiple times in the back. Not only that, you claim that he came at you with the axe. You took the axe on him. How did he get those wounds, those lacerations on his back? He didn't hit himself. And you hit him in the back with the axe. How did those marks get on his back?
we was on the ground, like,
Inside the house. So how did those marks get on his back? Because let me tell you something. We are dealing with, he was 25, 26 years old, lost his life due to domestic violence between you and him. His mother been calling ever since the passing of her son, wondering where you were, because we didn't arrest you in a timely manner like they thought we would, and you didn't turn yourself in. So this mother is grieving because she lost her son. Now, I don't know if there was an only son, but regardless of what you and him been through, he did not deserve to get shot like he did, and he did not deserve to get hit with an axe like he did. Regardless of the situation, if you was cheating, if he was cheating, that does not matter. What you did something evil. Your actions caused him to die at an early age when he had a whole career in front of him. He was a registered nurse, knew a lot of people, and here you come along wanting to kill him. We have charges that he placed on you for harassment or misdemeanor assault charges. So this been going on. So you can't come down here and give us this bullshit that it was self-defense. You ran from the police when they attempted to pull you over. You ran from Louisiana State Police when they attempted to pull you over. Anytime that it's a self-defense type of thing, a person gives up. You didn't give up. You didn't surrender. You was gonna ride that little Honda till the wheels fall out. You was gonna keep going if you would have never got caught. We need you to tell us the reason why. Did you get him while he was asleep with the axe? Well, how did the axe end up in your hands?
inside the house.
How did he get those marks on his back? Because you did that to him.
No, I'm telling you, he was fighting.
So don't hit him in the back with the axe. That's what you're saying.
No,
Who hit him?
I overpowered him, but it didn't start. It didn't start right through.
Mhm.
It started when I was about to leave.
Okay. Why you just didn't leave?
I was getting ready to leave. I was getting my things, I was getting ready to leave.
And you came back outside and shot him with the gun. Maybe you need to see this video.
I know that.
Apparently not. You were saying
to be an outside. So you know this is what we do. Alright? You can't come to get big right. Don't even try. Don't even try. The number, listen, I have 40 numbers on my line. You need to get it all 12. The only number, you need all 4. I don't know those, because was a watch list. 601, 331, 4664. But if I say the number I have, I need the number that you would call. 769-823, 769-823, 7185. That's the number to the table, right? I read it at the phone.
What's the code to their mom?
2234. 2204. So 2234. Okay. Again, you can't be right. I need the phone number that you refused while you were. Mars. I didn't got that no Mars.
What police officer you keep in contact with? Because we know you're friends with one that's working here. What's a lot of who?
She can realize. She can realize. I want that phone number. There is a phone. You keep.
Okay. So who you keep in contact with here in JC?
I work detail in the college, so y'all talk to. I don't know all person.
Which one is supposed to be your best friend?
Right.
I don't know. You tell me. He's supposed to be your best friend. Did he help you hide out?
No.
Did you talk to him during your time while we was looking for you?
Mark, when you woke up that day, did it cross your mind to walk away from any conversation that you had? How it never dawned on you that you say you started saying Christ? Did it dawn on you at any point the day this incident took place? Because you know what time you made it over there. You know about the argument that took place. Around 8, 9 o'clock at night. You know what I did? You know about y'all woke up on it. Like, you probably woke up on it, honestly. So, at what point during that day did you realize I could have walked away from all of this?
Not only that, we know you left and came back. The apartment, you weren't there the whole entire time from 9 until 2 something in the morning.
This over? mean, brother, listen, I'm gonna control it, no, but, have I been cool with you? Has she been doing one hundred with you? So what we need you to do is, don't owe me anything, okay? Don't owe me nothing. Cause you have a long ride to think about some shit. You have a long ride. So don't owe me nothing. That's what I spoke on earlier when I said, don't try to come here and be right. All right? Don't know what we know. All right? She thinks the same thing I'm thinking. I'm thinking the same thing she thinks. So you can't come in here with it. All right? So, the original Harvey started around about, it's stuff we can watch start around about, we got all around that, cancer. Okay? So during the army, okay? Let me answer your question. So during the army, y'all got loud, y'all got what for? You y'all say, the very cool. You see what I'm saying? I had someone from the first show. Okay, so that's how loud y'all work. Alright? So now we get something. So during that argument, at what point could you have told yourself, well, how many times did you tell yourself? You know what came in here and hollered self-defense? You said this shit. We know what you did. You the one came in here screaming self-defense. So
This what he told me. If can't nobody have you, ain't nobody gonna have you.
is that what you told me?
And this what happened.
You sure? So what drove you? Wait, first of all, let's just stay.
I believe he needs to watch the video.
Hell no.
Because he was screaming, Marcus, stop! Marcus, no! He was screaming
Why would he want?
for help.
Why would he want to see this?
He needed some help.
I know he needs to.
And he went back in that house, got that gun, came out, shot him, and took off running, thinking we weren't gonna find him. But guess what? You were still in the same fucking car with the same fucking bag. And I hope you didn't think they was gonna let you go.
I want her.
You shot him like the cold-blooded killer that you are. You gunned him down like the cold-blooded killer that you are.
Are you there? You sure?
You are. Because you ain't told us nothing up in this room that make us believe that this was self-defense. Your mama called us crying. Please don't hurt my son. Please don't do this to my son. She called us crying for you. And we know you and your mama ain't even got a good relationship, but you her son. You, what, a baby son?
And you step there and want to choke the shit out of you. So,
You done shot this boy. You killed him. This ain't no self-defense. You murdered him. His blood is on your hand. You murdered him.
I think he ready to tell me.
He ain't sat up in here and cried no tears since we been in here. He's supposed to be the love of his life. He ain't cried. He ain't said I'm sorry. He ain't said nothing since we been up in here.
Mom, tell me things. You gonna tell me this? Mom, look at him. You the one walked through that door. When we came in here, you said it was self-defense. Before we even said anything to you, you said it was self-defense. So, you know,
I'm a bury you. Just like he about to get buried. I'm gonna bury you.
Help me understand.
You ain't gonna see the light of day.
What happened after the cheese stick? After the cheese stick, what the fuck was in the cheese stick that hurt you the way it did? Because you had plenty of time to walk away. Plenty of time. I need you to help me, bro.
The only thing where I have Marcus, no. Marcus, stop. Marcus, no. Stop. No. That's all we hear.
I ain't been to the movies in 3 years. Please paint this motion picture for me. I need to know. Because when I saw, hey man, I don't like Freddy Krueger. That was horrible. I need you to help me understand what happened that pushed you to that next. Because from what we understand, college. Hold on, what they said.
How they call in the next first round?
So there we go. He was sweet. That's what I was waiting on. Good job. I told you that. Nah, you don't argue with no sheep, motherfucker. Don't come in with that. You don't argue with nobody sheep unless you're crazy. And you ain't crazy. So, Carlo text on your phone. What happened after that? He got dark. And other people that go on to this now. So you just said that Carlos don't know the dude college driver. You said he don't know that you be going over there, right? So how do you know who? He didn't know exactly who. He just saying, he just saying, okay. He didn't say no name. He didn't like, come up, like, as I know, he didn't know I'm still talking.
I'm just trying to figure out why you didn't tell this. He should have just told this from the beginning.
Well, hold on, let me tell you,
He done left a lot of holes, a lot of gaps in the
come on, tell you, she gonna get a platform. Hold on, slow down. Breathe, Mark. Breathe right now. Now let go. Let go. Yeah, so, like I said, I grab, don't only my shorts, because I got my clothes and,
I don't care what shorts you wear. Grab the yellow, come on.
so, like I said, we are here arguing about, you know, and of course, from them more, people on.
So what's your boy's name is JD?
You know, that's the choice that people,
Okay, what's the boy from?
Steve,
Stevie what?
Little.
Stevie Little. From Clinton? Light skin? Okay, from Clinton. Okay, don't play with him. Were you staying with him? That's how you ended up in Clinton? The dad where you got you in Clinton? What's Stevie last name? Okay, exactly. From Clinton. KDL. I live with himself. I told you don't come to that big brain. Now let's finish. Now. Let's finish. You gotta put your shorts on. What happened next?
We argued about, like I say, things. Like I said, I'm already like that.
I ain't trying to ask. I ain't even got there yet. I'm getting paid to direct this movie. You getting paid to tell your story. You ain't gonna get paid. That's James Clark. That's James Clark in this story. Come on.
We argued about what's going on.
He's still naked now. He's still naked. He ain't put on the clothes. You put on the clothes. Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but you better go. All right. So what happened?
At this point, I'm walking out. Everyone's going to
You ain't writing no police report. So stop hollering at this point. That's over with.
I'm going to what is it, the gas?
Mm-hmm.
And he followed me. And we argued, and next thing you know, he had an ex, and I think he played.
Where the hell would a young man get an egg strong, go walking down the hall? Because at the end of the day, you gonna tell me when we leave out here how that boy got hit in his back with that egg. You gonna tell me how that happened? Because I'm not scared of ghosts. So you say boo right now, I'm not gonna jump. So you didn't tell me no ghost hit. How the fuck did he get them marks on them wounds on his back like that? So you answer that, mom. You don't know what we know. Okay? This is what we do. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. You didn't make it to this point in your law enforcement career to be an investigator. But guess what? I did. So you're not going to play with everything I work my ass off for and not tell me what happened. You owe me debt. How do you get the mark on his face?
It was funny.
Okay. And you took it from then what happened?
And I was like, he was still overpowered, so yes, so actually going, and I see it.
How many times you hit him with the X?
More.
You're not. That's a lot.
You didn't grab the X, he still overpowered me and got the X in the ring.
You didn't hit him once, Mark. How many times did you strike him with that X? Because it wasn't one. What academy you went to? So I know you're strong. I know you're strong. And that young man, don't do that. That boy don't matter. We seen the video. He don't matter. He thinks you punching him in the head. Outside. All I'm sick of this. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. Let's play this video. Let you see this video. Because he ain't overpowered. So we already know that. You already know this video. You know the video. So see yourself. So we gonna take you to the Tyree Jones Hotel. Because they would never light on. Yeah, he talking, he overpowered me. He did this. No, he did. You knew what you was doing. You knew this night that you wanted to kill him. You knew that you years. You can't outsmart us.
So
You knew we was gonna get you.
So what's your problem?
I'm not, they didn't see this video.
Let me see, but he talked, he watched you talk. He talked when he did what he did. Listen, look at yourself and listen to yourself.
You wanted to shake him up, that's why you got that gun and killed him.
You left. After you done whooped him with the axe, you left and came back. Ooh, you gonna have a lot of sleepless nights there, Marcus.
He trying to get help. He knocking on the door for help.
Look at you.
You know they basically have got your gun.
Look at you.
You done shot him down like a dog. You done shot him down like he ain't got no fucking family that care about him.
And
I
how
mean,
you
he don't have a single soul that don't care about him. Just because no people don't care about you, that don't mean that his people don't care about him.
But you created the storm that your folks tried to stop you from. You created it. You created that, Marcus. But at the end of the day, you still a human being. So whatever you got left in your heart right now, whatever you got left in your heart right now, I just want to know why.
I'm gonna go in front of the judge tomorrow, and I'm gonna say, Judge, he didn't apologize for taking this young guy's life.
He ain't cried.
He ain't cried, he wasn't sympathetic.
He ain't
He told us lie after lie after lie, the gaps in his story, the holes in his story.
So I want to
No
know.
further.
I want to know why, Marcus. Before I get him out of here, I want to know why. As you can see, he was fighting with it.
We don't care.
You don't care nothing out there, but
Kill
you
him.
didn't get a man a chance to put no clothes on. You got to put your fucking clothes on. You intended for this shit to happen. So stop, Marcus.
This was premeditated.
You can tell this premeditated. No, you had this on your mind, brother, for a very long time. You stalked that man. I'm gonna tell you how I know you stalked him. I'm telling you how you know you stalked him. What black gloves did you on? How many times did you walk around that man's apartment with the black gloves on? You didn't mention. How many times you walk around that man's house with the black gloves on? Or how many times you walk around his house?
How many times did the police before you woke coming up there to their conflict?
One thing like I told you, he invited me. I don't give a damn if he had a birthday party. You knew you weren't supposed to be over there because you had a restraining order on you.
We pulled all this video today over a month time frame, several months that you've been going back and forth over there, parking in other apartment complexes, going back and forth over there. After you done filed the restraining order. After you done filed the protection order. No, you listen to me.
You know what I mean?
This ain't your room.
This ain't your house.
What you want to say?
Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Because if
Raise your hand.
you ain't apologizing for what you did,
money from the gas to put it in that mobile you drive. Yeah, $300 Well, how much money you have on you when they couch? Where did $300 came from? You ain't got no money. Did you get that from Carlos? Did you take it out of Carlos' house?
Where the keys at?
I don't have it.
What you got that belong to him?
Every time I keep that, my key gave me some change.
I ain't say keychain, man. I said key. Where his keys at? His car keys.
I don't have it.
What you got that belongs to him? What did you take from the house that belongs to him? Them shorts?
Yeah.
The shirt?
He always wear the same size that walk with us. Why at least in this shit? What's that phone number, man? Hey, man. Hey, look here. I've been nice to you. Now you can piss me off. What's that phone number, bro? You can hit so many tag readers and they take pictures for you. They take pictures. What's the number to that phone you was on? I don't know. What you talking about? Walkie-talkie? I wasn't talking about that.
He was on the watch.
He got to have a phone in a watch now.
But you know, Apple Watch has got a separate phone.
So what's the number to the Apple Watch? What's your cell phone company? How many phone numbers on that account? Four, how many watches? One watch, and what else? What's the between? I need to know all three of them phone numbers.
He said it's a
What's the number? I don't know. I don't. You got a camera? What's your password on the camera? 1226. Now, what else on there? Watch, what else? 3 lines.
watch guy.
Who else got a phone on that line? Your nephew got 2 phones. You got a phone? Okay, you got 2. What's the other number? 46. He told me 46, 64. Oh, well, you gonna ever stop lying? What's your game? I don't give a damn. What's your game? What do you think? What do you think you're gonna get out of it? Because you gave me 601-331-4664. You know I'm fine. So, you know. You can call it right now. What is the number, man? You can always go back and I'll show you. I don't want to call it. I'm done. Maybe. I ain't talking no more. You too. Okay, cool.
You got anything that you want to say before we end here?
You ain't nothing else to say.
He ain't said, tell the victim family I'm sorry.
What you gonna do when you try? Did you ever think you were gonna get to this? Did you ever think you were gonna get home? Where were you going? Where were you headed? You don't really just drive. You're just going on family vacation with your imaginary friends. So when the lights got behind you, no point did you feel like fucking and stuff. Why didn't you do it? You was a cop. Why you kept driving? You say you're self-defense. What the fuck you stopping? Where you was going? Where you going? Tell me where you going. I want to know where you going. You going to Texas. You got some family in Texas. What they gonna cook? And you just gonna pull up at their house. When the fuck you gonna house? And that's what you gonna say. When? You ain't got to $300. They had that at $5 together. So at what point were you gonna call your auntie and let them know, TT, I'm in Texas? Oh, don't come here. Don't come here, boy. You all on the news. At what point were you gonna do? You can't use no service station phone because you're scared. You're scared to fuck that day with y'all working. You from NCIC. You already know how they work. So they probably put your pictures all over stores on bill cards and everything, but you ain't busy. You ain't busy. So at what point were you gonna call TT and let them know? Hey, TT, I'm in town.
His family living ain't something.
Watch this. At what point were you gonna call TT and let them know? You say you want to Texas. At what point, what part of Texas? And you gonna pass that big green sign that say, don't mess with Texas. So you're not gonna stop at no store, no phone. Damn sure ain't gonna go buy no phone. Come on, Mars. At what point were you gonna call TT? I need to know. And was gonna get your ass caught. So don't play with it. You was gonna get caught, Mom. I've been keeping it real with you since we've been in there. I'm tired, I'm hungry. She done got on nerves going down there to get you about how I drive. So talk to me, man. How are you gonna call you? That ain't think he's going out there. I ain't lying, because you too smart for it. You too smart for it. And I know you're too smart for it. I'm giving you that much. How are you gonna call Titi? I wanna know how you gonna call Titi. Was you gonna call off that same phone you was calling other people on? I wouldn't call her. I'm gonna tell you like your mom. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna bring you some company, okay? I'm gonna bring you some company. And when I bring you some company, I'm gonna tell you that you told me that you called me. You got to the time this woman to my right, say, this is the end of the interview. Tell me that phone, and I'll walk up.
We need to give you a second to think about it.
Because I promise I'm gonna bring you some company. And I'm gonna tell her, you told me.
You wanna think?
I wouldn't call you. You wouldn't call me. That's your story, you're gonna stick to it. You know loyal to somebody that know you murdered someone. You better think you slow. You murdered someone. You more loyal to them than the man you sweat blood. You more loyal to them. What's that phone number?
Let's let him think about it. I'm gonna give him a second to think about it. We'll be back.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. The only time out, TV, one TV, not wrong. You've been on the news since Tuesday morning. You ain't been in no motherfucking pawn shop. Don't you? I heard. You go up there and you will see these doors in there. These are right. That's all. So you know that I didn't talk to nobody. So what happens when we find out who you talk to? Because you know, if you got, this is a different thing in time. Okay? So we learn from the old school. Shit. Everybody who took our on the lab, we were on control. Because they all control people too. So we learn from them. Some still hear songs out. Fit. But we can pick the phone and call them and say, hey, I need you to help me. Those two words right there, I need some advice. I want you to remember those two words. I need some advice. I need you to help me. I say it again. I can call old school detectives and say, I need some advice. I need you to help me. You hear me in your ear right now. I need some advice. Help me. That's what that's what's playing in your head. From the time, call now. To the time you can call. Before you look on your call, yeah, I think that's what you do. Mama say, she ain't here to talk. Mama say, she's scared. Mama say, she's tired. Mama say, she tried to get you some help years ago. Trying to. I need some advice. Help me. I need some advice.
Mr. Guthrie, can you call the jury needs a break? I'm gonna take about a 20-minute recess at the jury, some of them need a conference time.
All right.
All right, you all may be seated. Pause here in recess. I need to see council.
getting that pawn shop is I know something is missing. Because you risk getting that pawn shop shut down. Oh, you don't give a fuck. You risk getting that pawn shop shut down. Now you can get your driver's license, right? And when you pawn a gun, you know it's bullshit, right? You know the story you told is bullshit. Because when you pawn a gun, they have to verify your license to see if you're a convicted felon, to see if it's a firearm. You know they have to do that, right? You know they have to do that, right? Okay, that's the machine. You was, I take my arms, hang on, fast pro shot, it was arms. I need some.
What the brand's first I had that night?
Take it out, I can take it in. I need some.
You know the serious them on the gun?
You strategic. Who's going to right? How long you had to go?
Kind of gun is it?
Rochester,
What color is it?
black. I need some that money. Help me. Who gave you that help? See, they gave you some help, but now I need you to give me some help. You gonna say, fuck me. You gonna say, fuck me. Have I been rude to you? No. Have I disrespected you? No. Do you think you deserve respect right now? No. Do you think you deserve me to be nice to you? Because we could have anybody in here to conduct this interview. I'm not the best, and she's not the best. But we think we are. But we know we're not. There's always someone better than us. Can you call any of the old school detectives and say you need some advice? Help you. See what I mean? This was you at one point. This was you at one point. You were able to call Officer Flynn. You were able to. And you still were able to the night after the murder. You still were able to call us. Because guess what, Mom? Still some people out there that love you. There's still some people out there that love you no matter what happened. It hurts. She had to tell me when I saw the video, she had to tell me, tighten up. Tighten up. But me watching it, I had to. So it's somebody out there, bro, that still love you. I've been there. When you think everything is over, you think your career gone, you think your life is never going to be the same, there's still someone out there that loves you. Don't do this to your mama, man, because your mama going to come to your trial. How old's mama going to feel? If you say you go out, the way you say you did, how you, the things that we know you love Colin. But Colin will come, bro. He gone. So there's still some people out there that love you, bro. And they held it down. They was there for you as a friend. And ain't nothing wrong with it. But the only when I told you, I need to know it. You know why I need to know it? Honestly, do you know why I need to know it? Because the person you talked to was coming to was ready to take a bus. He's safe. I just want him safe. I don't want him to hurt himself. So there's still some people out there that love you, bro. I need to know who that person is. Because I need a friend like that. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm going to ride it down with you to the end. So who is that person? Man. Who did you go see that helped you out? And mentally helped you out? Who did you go talk to? Who house did you go over? Who mentioned? You go to TT, you went over to TT house. Who need some advice. Help me. Cause this what college was saying. Help. Help. How many times have you heard that voice? How many times? How many times when you were being chased yesterday, did you say, it's all for you, baby? How many times did they cross your mind? It's all for you. How many times did they cross your mind? So I want you to talk like this. All right tonight. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm going to be because you deserve it. Deal? Deal?
Look,
No.
Violet,
I ain't gonna talk. Go take my.
you come on. You gonna turn it on, Luke?
Now, detective guys, we just finished watching Mr. Johnson's statement, correct?
Yes,
And in his statement, he told you, that he pawned the gun
yes,
at USA Pawn Shop.
yes,
Is that located in Jackson?
yes,
Were you and members of the Jackson Police Department able to obtain that weapon?
yes,
And was that logged, into evidence as well?
yes.
Now, based off of what you observed in the ring video, what you observed when you arrived on the scene, and when you spoke with Mr. Johnson, what was your ultimate determination?
Can you repeat that?
When you, after you spoke with, Mr. Johnson, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Did what he say to you correspond with the rest of your investigation?
No.
And why did it not?
Mr. Johnson, said during his interview that it was self-defense, and based on the surveillance video from the Ring doorbell, it didn't look like it was self-defense.
And that was just based off of what he told you in the statement. Did it line up with what he said in his statement? Did it line up with what was in the video?
No.
No further questions. We tender Detective Guys for cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Secretary. Did I understand you correctly that you were the lead detective on this case?
Yes,
And as the lead detective, you personally were not an eyewitness to the altercation that happened inside the apartment before Carlos Collins was shot, correct?
no,
Did you identify in the course of your investigation anyone else who, besides Marcus Johnson and Carlos Collins, who were eyewitnesses to the altercation that happened inside the apartment before Carlos Collins was shot?
no,
Were you able to identify any camera footage from inside the apartment that depicted the altercation that happened inside the apartment
no,
before Carlos Collins was shot? So is it fair to say that Marcus Johnson is the only living person who was a first-hand witness to what happened inside the apartment?
yes,
And one of the pictures of an exhibit that we looked at was the phone that you identified as being Marcus Johnson's phone. Do you remember that?
yes,
And I believe you said you found it on the couch.
yes.
Where was the couch inside the apartment?
In the living room,
So not in the bedroom, but in a separate room in the living room?
yes,
Thank you. And you were asked about the gun that Mr. Johnson told you was pawned. You recall that, correct?
yes,
Did you know that it had been pawned before Mr. Johnson told
no,
you? And in the interview, there's a reference to Marcus Johnson driving a car that belonged to Keontae Tate. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And who was Mr. Tate to Marcus?
He advised that he was in a dating relationship with Marcus, that they were together.
Okay, thank you. And one of the things that came up in the interview, you referenced that there was some kind of protective order. Do you recall that?
Yes.
But isn't it true that there was no protective order in place on April 9th, 2024?
I can't recall the paperwork.
Did you obtain it for your investigation?
Yes, I believe so.
And was there an active protective order?
An active protective order?
Yes.
I can't recall if it was active or not.
If I showed you a copy of the protective order, would it refresh your recollection?
Yes.
May I press the business, Your Honor? You may. Thank you.
Yes, I recall seeing it.
And since you've had a chance to refresh your recollection, isn't it true that the protective order was dismissed on the 15th of March, 2024?
You said, was it, what you mean?
Isn't it true that it was dismissed on the 15th of March, 2024?
I can't recall it being dismissed.
May I approach the witness again, Your Honor?
Let me see that bit. Okay, yes, it was dismissed, the state of March 15th. Okay.
So Detective, since you've had a chance to refresh your recollection, this was not an active protective order on the day of the shooting, correct?
Correct.
You were asked about the rounds that went into the apartment of Cody Milligan, you recall that?
Yes.
And that was apartment 6304, does that sound correct?
Yes.
And was there any indication in your investigation that those rounds were intended to cause harm to Cody Milligan or the other occupants of that apartment?
Based on my investigation, the Marcus Johnson shot the weapon. You can't predict where the bullets will land.
I understand, but my question is, did you have any indication in your investigation that his target was Cody Milligan
No,
or the other occupants of Cody Milligan's apartment?
no.
Is it fair to say that those were stray rounds that were originally intended for Carlos Collins in your investigation?
Yes.
In your investigation, you obtained the Ring doorbell video that was shown to the court, correct?
Yes.
And you recall in that video that at the moment Carlos Collins was shot, he was holding the axe, correct?
Yes.
And you saw pictures, they showed you pictures that were admitted into evidence of an axe lying beside his body. Do you recall that?
Yes.
That's the same axe that was depicted in the video.
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, Detective Guys, Attorney Culpepper asked you about
the altercation in the apartment.
Yes, he did.
And Mr. Johnson, he, in his statement, told you about the altercation in the apartment.
Yes.
Was that similar to what you observed in the crime scene photos?
Altercation between Marcus Johnson and Carlos Collins?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, when you interviewed Mr. Johnson, did he have any marks or scratches on his person?
No,
Had he been injured or hurt in any type of way?
no,
Did he say that Mr. Collins struck him or hit him in any type of way?
not that I can recall, no.
Now, you also mentioned about the gun. Was the pawn receipt recovered for this gun?
Yes.
And where was that recovered in?
The pawn receipt was covered in the vehicle, the black Honda Accord that Marcus Johnson was driving.
And would that be the vehicle he was driving when he was pulled over by Louisiana troopers?
Yes.
And as it relates to the protective order, we heard his statement about the protective order, correct?
Yes.
Was Mr. Johnson, did you ask him whether or not he was allowed on the premises?
Yes, I believe so.
And what was his response, if you recall?
At one point in time, he said that they was living together, and then he said that they broke up, and he just was visiting back and forth.
And on April 9th, 2024, was he banned from the apartment complex?
Yes.
Now, with Mr. Milligan's apartment, in the ring video we saw, whose door was Mr. Collins knocking on?
The neighbor across the hall.
And the gunshots that were being shot, I believe you said you can't predict where a bullet will land.
Yes.
Where are those bullets? What direction are they going in?
Into the apartment. Into the apartment.
And that apartment was occupied by Cody Milligan.
Yes.
And with the ring video, there were two people, correct?
Yes.
Was Mr. Collins holding the axe or was he struggling with the axe?
He was.
Objection, Mr. Van. This is cause speculation. Video speakers.
And Detective Geis, based off of your view of the ring video, was Carlos Collins attacking Mr. Johnson?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the jury, it is now 4:20, and as I mentioned during your first session, I used to try to allow the jurors to leave on 4:30. You are excused for the remainder of the day. Now, just this morning, I gave you some instructions. Instructions to not allow children to use social media, no television broadcast or news broadcast about this case. I'm instructing you to do that, you are unbound to follow that instruction. You have not heard all the evidence, you have not been in discussions about anything you've heard so far. You are excused until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Ms. Evans? All right. Thank you. You all may be seated. I will ask everyone to give us a bit of patience. This is a small building, to give us a few minutes to allow the jurors to exit the building ahead of the remainder of the persons who are here, so that there's no concern about any communication or them being observed as they're leaving. With that in mind, to the state and to the anything else we'll take up at this time. First, the state,
No, Your Honor.
to the defense.
Defense moved for mistrial based on the statements of the officers in the interview that played the court, including statements that commented on the potential testimony of the defendant. as well as inadmissible, in the defense opinion, inadmissible statements of opinion on the ultimate issue of this trial.
All right. Exhibit number 64 is Miranda warning, which was presented to the defendant prior to his statement. In the pre-trial motions, this court asked the defense whether or not they were seeking to suppress or to exclude the statement of the defendant. When the defendant was advised of his rights, he was advised he had the right to counsel, that he had the right to not make a statement, and further that any statements he made would be used against him in a court of law. There was no evidence, there was no motion filed to suppress based on coercion, threats, or any other inducements such as this court should exclude those statements. Our courts have previously examined matters in regards to statements made by police officers during interrogation and find that they are fair taxes in order to try to elicit a response from the defendant and obtain the statement. This defendant, having been a former police officer, he was not under the influence of any drugs or alcohol and admitted that he did not use any drugs or alcohol. He was coherent, and he was able to respond to any and all questions at any time. For that reason, because this was not suppressed and admitted in violation of any of those safeguards and guarantees to any person in regard to making a statement, the court does find that the statement was admissible, that the actions of the officers were not subject to an ultimate conclusion, nor did it invade the province of the jury. The court has previously ruled on this matter. I do not reconsider my pre-trial motions. Your objection is noted for the record, and it is overruled. Do you have anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right, there's nothing further. I suspect the jury is probably left the building. You all excuse until the morning.
How was that?